part of it, I think, is, and I'll put on my Austrian economics hat, as we do sometimes on the show, like part of it is thinking about the market as Mises would say, as a process of figuring stuff out. I'm paraphrasing right now, but it's just people that are free enough to collaborate and innovate and figure stuff out. So the question is that process leading to better outcomes, more prosperity, longer lifespans, all these measures that you would use every day, or is it going in the opposite direction, as opposed to some ideal end state, which is kind of fantastical, like the socialist end state. I guess it's a communist end state that the state withers away and nobody worries about anything and everybody's happy. It doesn't really make sense in the human context.
Yes, because even if we can identify all sorts of problems that we are suffering from today, and I think that we are doing a very good job identifying the problems that we have today, because everybody can talk about, all they can talk about is problems. There are going to be problems that are going to arise in the future that we just don't have any comprehension of what they might be, partly because of a very interesting aspect of the human mind. One specific type of negativity bias is that we keep on redefining a problem in ways, in different ways. For example, chattel slavery, or rather, the word slavery meant something to people 250 years ago or 300 years ago. That doesn't mean today. Slavery meant chattel slavery. It meant taking one human being, selling him to a seller, putting chains on him, and then making him property of somebody else. This is what everybody understood as slavery. But now you have bona fide academics at universities talking about wage slavery. So the fact that I have to wake up in the morning, at 7 a.m. and be at Cato at 9 a.m. in order to do my work, in order to earn my salary, that is now described as wage slavery. Oh, of course, it's ridiculous, but it's a perfect example of how we keep on redefining problems upwards.
Yeah, I love quoting Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez when she said, and I'm getting this quote almost exactly right. My generation, speaking of Gen X, has never known true prosperity. And objectively speaking, she grew up in the wealthiest area, in the wealthiest country, at the wealthiest point in the history of the entire human race. Yes. And yet she believes that, and there are, universities are flooded with people that would echo that sentiment.
Yeah, I mean, she's communicating via Twitter using her iPhone, wearing expensive clothes and sipping on a $5 latte.
Yeah,
$5 can take you very far in Zambia or in Zimbabwe. I can assure her of that.
Yeah,
it's a very strange. So it's highly narcissistic, by the way. It's ignorant because she has no clue what the rest of the world is. It's completely ahistorical because she has no clue about what the world looked like until very recently. And of course, it's deeply narcissistic. It's all about me, me, me.